guy too, you know. Maybe not as fierce or...
To Perez, how will he use it? For the takedown, for the striking?
Venezuela, Genier, Batosai, Penagos.
Limpia, escúchame todo el tiempo, cuídate todo el tiempo. Si quieres tocar, buena suerte.
Telling you, I'm gonna quiz you middleweight Spanish. You and Chris on that Spanish, man. He impresses me.
I gotta work it. It's hard here in South Florida. Cuban Spanish, I don't understand. But we are underway. Genier Penagos versus Jair Perez. Perez in the tricolores, you see it there. Mexican flag, he proudly wears. Genier Penagos from Venezuela.
Yeah, look, if this is a stand-up fight, we're in for a treat. I could just tell you that right now, Jimmy. Now, one thing is,
I've been saying throughout this show that national pride a lot of times is on the line. Is it almost, I'm not going to give this guy the satisfaction of me taking him down. You know, almost, you know, I'm going to prove that I can, you know, I'm more macho than you.
If he's been saying that I've been obsessed with working on my ground game, yes. And it shows the work that he put in Venezuela, right? That he has that training, that he has that opponent in the gym, his teammate, to push him to correct his flaws. How sweet it is, right, to come back and say, I don't have to go to the States. I don't have to go to Brazil. I can just stay right here in my home. I have what I need to fix myself as a mixed martial artist, and I can show it in a big platform like Combate Global.
I'm not seeing a lot of jabs from either one of these fighters. Penagos stepping in with that left hook. I'm sorry, right hook, it's southpaw. Right hook over the top, left hand combination. Not a lot of setup, not a lot of stick. It's more like that, stepping in with power shots.
Yeah, Lupe does. He does do a lot of the feints to throw you off. That in itself right there is a different technique. Penagos talking to Lupe saying, bring it, let's go. So far, I'm liking what I see because they want to keep it standing. And well, again, both have that power. And I got to say that
over the top.
Lupe has been knocked out before. He has been knocked out before.
It's one of those things that wakes you up, finding out you're mortal, finding out you're human, and you can get knocked out. A lot of times it changes a fighter, but Perez still very, very aggressive. Good break so far, and this has been pretty much kickboxing and MMA gloves.
Now, at what point will Perez pull the trigger and use his wrestling? That's where I want to know. Is it midway? Is it right from the start, right here in this first round? Now there's still that feet out stage, Jimmy.
Penagos looking a little bit bigger, a little bit wider, I mean, much bigger for the weight class. Yeah, than Perez. Nice combination over the top.
Great combo. And we've seen his development in his striking. Lupe has fixed that boxing. He's been specifically training in that art to perfect it. And we saw it against Justin.
Penagos physically, as you said, maybe even telling him, daring him to come forward. Oh, right there, Perez with the jump knee.
He came at him.
Wondering when the takedown will come. First commitment to the double leg, right into the guillotine.
And this is where it gets interesting. How much of that work did Penagos put in? Can he escape this? Can he transition himself and maybe obtain a submission victory? But I want to see it right here, right now. Right now, not looking so good for Penagos in this position. This is pretty much how it ended. His last fight ended.
Yeah, Perez right now doing a good job. Those hips forward, ton of pressure on the guard. Penagos.
Penagos here, look, the hips are there, bringing those legs to push him off.
Penagos, it's hard to use the guard in these kind of situations. You're pressed up against La Jaula. You don't have a lot of room to shrimp your hips and all the technical stuff you do on a jiu-jitsu mat. It's a different kind of jiu-jitsu in MMA.
But at the same time, you gotta know how to use that cage. You gotta know how to use the howler right here to position yourself. Maybe even find that opportunity. Push him off the hips, but you just gotta find the right timing.
Yeah, thinking Kimura from half guard, but Perez just putting too much pressure. That to be worked. Now it's time to. Oh! Went for a knee there. That might have been illegal, but yeah, that was close.
Well, so far so good for Penagos. He got up,
and no word from the referee. So,
and he escaped that position from the ground.
But 40 seconds left in a close round. Can Penagos get this one back? That's the question right now. Perez starting to loosen up, feeling very confident after that takedown. I think it might have, kind of opened up his striking, knowing that that's in his back pocket. I can hit that double leg.
Good way the kicking in that knee leg. Penagos to weaken him up.
Nice counter knee right through the center. The talking continues.
Beautiful.
Very aggressive. Perez banging all the way to the bell. The power on at the end of round one. Not just getting the takedown, but being very, very aggressive with the striking. It's up to Penagos to kind of change things around in round number 2.
He needs to, and so far, I'm impressed with what he's done so far. In fact, he's taking down Lupe here in this position, taking him down with a single leg.
Didn't expect that.
But
Perez looking for the guillotine, but nothing doing there without guard.
But in that first round, he escaped from the ground and pound position. He was in a position where he was very different.
Question is it enough? Perez very aggressive at the end of round number 1. Not just the double leg, not just the ground and pound, but once they stood up again, flying knee, getting more creative with his strikes. Penagos aggressive early in round 1, but stifled, I would say, back half of the round.
What I liked about Lupe in that last round, he just went for that 1-2 low kick. And that technique, if you're able to just get that good combination, could just be so good. That could just lead on to so much.
In the southpaw stance, both fighters, opposite stances. But from that southpaw stance, you get that right hook over the top. Well, it's countered by the left hook over the top. Powerful hooks from both fighters, not a lot of jabbing.
Not much jabbing. Lupe with lots of kicking there. He feinted and he went right there for the takedown. But good way of Penagos. Restricting him from following through.
Oh, low blow. No surprise here as we see the judges. Round number 1, Jair Perez. 10-9, all 3 judges, but Penagos now suffering, and this is why.
I don't know about that one, Jimmy.
When the toes catch the cup, you've been there before. It's the worst. Oh,
All right, he nipped it.
a nip is all it takes. You know that, Rodolfo. Come on. You know as well as I do.
Ready? Are you ready?
But yes, you are right. Even a little nip hurts.
We have restarted. Brief break, had 5 minutes, didn't take all of it.
Lost his footing almost there.
For the high kick, a little bit of a slip. Penagos now wants to figure out how to get some success in the stand-up. Doing well early, now to the activity of Perez. Activity like that, stringing strikes together very well. Blocked both of them, but fluid combinations.
Perez told me he's been training with Neto Quiroga on his striking. He did some of his work in San Diego with the Victory MMA and then finished off the last few weeks over at Lions Offensive in Mexico.
That body shot may have hurt Penagos. That foot right through the center. Once again, those are the scores from round number 1. No surprise. There, Perez, 10-9, all 3 judges' scorecards. Got the takedown, was successful in the stand-up.
I'm sure Penagos. Ooh, he felt that one there, Jimmy. Made him turtle up.
Yeah, Penagos starting to run out of options here.
Perez looking for that finish.
But this is a man you can tell in Perez who went back to the gym and cleaned up a lot of the aspects of his game. I'm really impressed with his fluidity. His combinations look very, very sharp. And he's not over-committing to the takedown, being very efficient with it.
I was about to say that. Yeah, he's only about count the times, how many times he's gone for the takedowns. Has stuck to his striking. And Penagos here flipping the script, trying to take it to the ground.
Perez having none of it. Good job scrambling back to his feet.
That's a habit that some fighters have, and when they kick you, block with your hands, you just don't, you're putting yourself at danger.
Get you knocked out real quick. Oh, bad memories. But Penagos now a little bit on the back foot. Jair Perez doing a great job staying aggressive, but staying loose, light on his feet.
Beautiful.
As they say, hand to foot, foot to hand. Putting everything together very, very well. Looking up at the clock, thinking about the guillotines, going hard for it.
How sweet it would be, Jimmy, if Penagos were to take this victory by submission.
No closed guard. There's just not enough pressure with the guillotine. Tried to do it from open guard.
It's a good chance here, though, for Lupe to take advantage and do some damage. Similar to what we saw in the first round, but they ended up taking it to the feet. Penagos found his way out.
Yeah, 30 seconds left to go in round number 2. Jair Perez on top, ground and pound. Is that success on the feet? Success with the takedown. Now the ground and pound on Genier Penagos. Turtling up.
Oh, they're giving away the back, Jimmy.
We have only 10 seconds left. What can Perez do to take advantage? And it's unload once again on the feet. And Jair Perez in control of this fight at the end of round number 2. And how much better he is than he was the last time we saw him. And we have seen fluid combinations. He's been trained well, and we've seen it executed well tonight.
Yeah, the adjustments are there. We're seeing it within our very own eyes. Some fighters, they like to talk. You know, these guys are putting it into work.
If every fighter who talked about being better actually was better, I see a lot more world champions.
Good way of checking that kick for Penagos.
Now, if you're in Penagos' corner, obviously this has not gone well after, I would say, the mid-half of round number 1. He hasn't found a way to get tactically back into this fight. What would you be telling him if you're his corner man?
I think you have to work the body for Perez. I think the opportunity is there. And not to be taken away with that feinting. Because Lupe does a lot of that feinting, and he can really throw you off a bit. And I see Penagos telling him to come in. I think Penagos needs to come in. Wow.
Speaking of coming in.
Yeah, right, well, that backfired there.
Hey, man,
And
it's
now he's
right
cornering him.
hand.
Got to get out of that corner. He may be in trouble here. Lupe smells blood. Jimmy, he may be finished. Yes, it is.
And that's it. Beautiful flurry from Jair Perez.
He built up to it. In the first, in the second, we had that combination of flurry of punches, but it was until the 3rd round that he finally got a good grasp and ended up finishing the fight.
Genier Penagos did not have an answer for the attack of Jair Perez. And you said, Rodolfo, turned up the heat, and we got a boil in round number 3. Great stuff for Jair Perez. We'll make it official when we come back.
1 minute and 20 seconds into the 3rd round. El referee Christopher Mignocchi se ve obligado a detener el combate. The referee Christopher Mignocchi stops the fight. Para el ganador por nocaut técnico, for the winner by TKO, Jair